Hi, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to appreciate all of you who have kept believing in me in all that I always put forward here on my channel. I also want to appreciate you for always coming back and giving me that support by watching my videos, by subscribing, by liking and leaving behind your comments. It is my pleasure. It's been a long time since I produced a long video like this, but hopefully you're going to watch until the end. Yes, I welcome you once again. First of all, I thank God for protecting you, for keeping you alive until today. Please come with me as I take you through how we cook this dish that I know that it is a very good one, especially for our health, and at the same time, if you like veggies, if you like eating greens, I'm very sure that it will be a very good one for you. So in case you have not yet subscribed, help me and then you do subscribe, and then give me some likes, also some comments, advise me where you feel probably I did not do right. So just move with me. I just want us to see how I made this dish. You never know, in case maybe you've never come across, or possibly you've never known how to do it, this is how you're going to do it. And then also on the other hand, I also want to put this message across, or to portray to all the gentlemen outside there, that besides ladies having this, especially in Africa here, that they are the best cooks and they are the ones who are supposed to be making for us what to eat, especially married people. I want you to know that we can also do something, and there is always that special cook outside there. So the question is, am I the special cook? Will you like what I've cooked? Will you like to eat in case I invited you? So let us go and then you see how I made this. This dish is got in northern Uganda in Acholi sub-region. It is one of the best dishes that they provide, especially when you're this kind of a person who is a vegetarian. This is your best that you can enjoy. So let us go and then you see how I did it. Otigudi. Let's go. So as you see, before you begin preparing anything, what you have to ensure is that your environment is clean. So what I did was to ensure that I clean up the environment, so that whatever that I'm going to prepare has to be neat, has to be good, has to be enjoyable, and so on. So as I begin, you can see I started with lighting the charcoal stove. Preparing whatever that I'm going to do. You can see how I brought up everything. So after making lighting the charcoal stove, obviously I had to bring in all the materials that I'm going to use. So yeah, those are the leaves that you can see. In the local language, it is otigudi. And then tomatoes, I brought in onions, I brought in there is something that is called it is called magadi. When I get the name, I've just forgotten the name, how it is called in English, but in case I get the name, I'll put it in the comment section so that we can get the right name in English, but it is something that is known. You can see how I try to prepare, ensure that everything that I'm going to use is just close by. so that again I don't rush very far. You never know, I might rush and then come back when maybe other things have gotten burnt. So what you see me doing, I actually, as the sigiri is lighting, I also tried to sort the lachede, that is how it is known in the local language, but in English I think this is silverfish. It is silverfish. Basically how it is made, it depends on how you do prefer, but I decided to remove the heads because those heads, to me, I believe they bear some stones. You can never eat those heads and you enjoy. As you crush the heads, you find it is as if you're crushing stones, you're crushing I just don't know, it's not nice. So I decided to ensure that I cut it off. I remove them so that I just use only the body. As you can see, those are the heads that I removed. So on the other hand, I also ensured that before I begin making my sauce, I had to ensure that I soak the silverfish, which is called lachede. Yes, other people call it wanjiri, and then in other tribes like in Teso they call it omena. So I'm very sure if you prepare like this, it makes your work smooth. So I had to ensure that I leave it soaked because I'm not going to use it immediately. And then what I did next was, because my sigiri is already lit up, you can see, I had to ensure that I get some water which is moderate, not too much and then not too little. So I had to put it in the saucepan, then put it on the fire, and then afterwards what I also did was to ensure that I soak the magadi, add in some water also to prepare it and wait for the right time to apply. You can see it. So it makes everything easy when you are prepared. So that is what I did. Added some water, which is enough to be able to be added onto the greens. Yes, that is the tigudi, and I leave it also to soak very well. I leave it also to soak while it is also waiting for the right time to use. So yeah, that is my crib. That is my otogo, how they call it, my grass thatched house. I went to pick some salt because I realized the salt is missing. I realized the salt is missing. What I'm going to do, because it has to really soak very well, and it has also to really make everything tasty, I had to add it into the water which is already on the fire. As you can see, it is almost boiling, so that it makes everything nice. Anyway, I realized also that the water that I had put is little, so I had to add a little more. Yes, I had to add a little more. Sometimes you might need the soup. Sometimes you might need the soup, and being very little, you might actually end up finishing the sauce, and the posho or any other is remaining there unused, so it becomes a problem. The other thing, before as the water is actually getting heated up, I had to ensure that I get the tigudi and then at least reduce, because these are leaves, so some of them are big, some of them are small, they are in different sizes, but to ensure that all of them are equal, all of them are looking good, and at least the sauce does not need to look kwara kwara. Yes, so I had to ensure that I cut. I had to ensure that I do some cutting, just like the way you see. Yeah, I'm not a professional, but that is the best that I can do. But also because it is not like the way maybe you make boar, so I don't need again to cut them so serious. It is just has to be moderate. It just has to be moderate. And actually with that, I am done. And what next? What next? You can see. I'm going to put it in the water that is already boiling. I'm already putting it in the water that is already boiling. Please, in case maybe you've not yet subscribed, just do me a favor and then you do subscribe to this channel. Hopefully that whatever that I'm providing is something that is educative and also helpful to all of us. Okay, and then also what I need to remind you is that what I'm cooking is actually good for people who are not having sickness like ulcers. Yes, if you see what I'm doing, I am not going to put in a lot of spices. I am not going to put in a lot of spices, and still you're going to enjoy. Okay, still you're going to enjoy. Otherwise, that's my boy. He's actually waiting for everything. He's just monitoring me and seeing if at all what I'm doing is the right thing. Yeah, so if you've not yet subscribed, please ensure that you do subscribe, and then like, share if you will, and then also give me some encouragement by putting for me some comments there. If you like it, tell me. If there is something that I've not done, I am also fit for correction, so you can as well correct me. Ladies who are watching me, in case you find that I'm not doing anything good, you can correct me so that next time when I'm doing something else, I can improve. But just as I've told you, I'm purely making this, but I'm not going to put in a lot of spices. So the leaves, otigudi has actually boiled, as you can see. Otigudi has boiled, as you can see. And right now I am actually putting in lachede, that is omena, that is wanjiri. In English it is silver fish that I'm actually adding right now. Then I also had to ensure that I don't put in too much of it. Whatever that you see me putting, I am not putting too much of it because the only thing I want is to improve the taste. I just want to improve the taste of otigudi that you're seeing me working on right now. So, but if in case my interest was silverfish, it means I was going to put in a lot of it. But my interest is the leaves. The interest is otigudi. So as you're seeing, that is what I've done. I have just added a little, and then after I had to stir it a bit so that it can mix and it comes to flavor. So that is how I am doing it, and hopefully I am doing it the right way. But I want to show everyone that even as men, we can do something traditional like this. Now this is tomatoes that I'm working on. Tomatoes I am going to add in. I'm going to add in some tomatoes so that it can improve on the taste. Yeah. Someone might ask me, why don't you first there are no onions, there are no what? Yeah, just watch how I'm doing it, and then later you will discover certain things yourself. But as I told you some time back, I am doing this specifically because if you have ulcers, I think this food is okay. It will not damage you, it will not cause any problems, and I have limited the spices in it. I am not going to put anything much as such. So as you're watching, you've seen what we've already done, and I'm taking it slow so that you can follow the steps. If it helps you, yeah, next time you can as well take your time and then you prepare yourself and then you enjoy, other than you going and spending a lot of resources and money in restaurants here and there trying to actually get something to eat. Now you can see how much I've spent. It's not much, and I'm trying to get something good. So it is time to prepare. It is time to prepare the onions. You've seen my oil is also there. I have not yet used it, and there is a lot that is yet to happen. So just keep watching. Just keep it here. I'm preparing the onions. Please, in case you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. If you have anything to say, please comment in the comment section. And in case maybe it has helped you, it has encouraged you, please help me and share. That is my sauce as you're watching. It is not yet done, but roughly you can see how it looks like. No cooking oil. Yes, you can see how it looks like. It already has tomatoes and silver fish, and then the greens, which is otigudi, and then I'm seeing how, as in you're seeing how it looks already. Now at this moment I am trying to ensure that I make some cooking oil. Now it is the cooking oil that I'm going to put the onions. It is the cooking oil that I'm going to put the onions as you're watching. So it is after this you're going to see it as if something which is weird, but it is good. So I have fried the onions and they have changed the color. I have fried the onions and they have changed color. So after that, I will pick my sauce that I've already made that I didn't fry, which has tomatoes, and you've seen whatever that is there. And then I had to pour it into the onions that I've been frying, the cooking oil. So I know it looks like the opposite of everything, but that is my sauce, and as I talk it is already ready. Okay, I'm just going to leave it boil a little bit. I'm going to leave it boil a little bit, and then I remove it and then I put it aside. I also need to check, see the saucepan I used. That is the saucepan that I used, and you can see I'm trying just to rinse it a little bit. I'm not going to waste that water, and the color as you see. Then afterwards I just pour it inside that sauce. So that is another way of increasing the soup and making it good. So that is my sauce. That is otigudi, and so far so good. Now that is how I did it, and that is how I did it, and it is already done. There is nothing much. It is already done. My sauce is ready. So I'm just leaving it to boil a little bit, then afterwards I will put it down. Yes, and then afterwards I will put it down. So yeah, I just got some leaves to carry it down because the saucepan is hot. And that is my sauce. Wow, that is my sauce. That is my sauce ready. Okay, my sauce is ready, but I cannot eat it alone. I cannot just take it alone. What happens? I have to ensure that I make some what? Some ugali. Yeah, I have to make some ugali. So I have to make some posho, and what you're seeing me doing is trying to put some water onto the sigiri, onto the fire stove, so that I can be able to make some posho. Okay, but I also realized that the fire is almost burning out, so I need to add some charcoal to ensure that the posho I'm going to make does not actually disappoint me. Yes, if you're a great cook, or if you're a person who is used to cooking, you know very well that posho, when you're making it, you really need to have water that has boiled correct, boiled proper. Okay, and the fire has to be okay. So as the fire is catching and the water is boiling, yeah, I'm taking my time to play with my boy. Yeah, I play with my boy, and now this is where my water is ready, and now I'm picking the saucepans. So when I pick the saucepans, I have to ensure that I pick the right one, so that I can be able to work on the posho. So that is it. As you can see, it is time to prepare ugali, it is time to prepare posho, and at this juncture I hope I'm going to do the right thing. You watch as I'm pouring my water, which has already boiled in the traditional kettle, and yeah, that is so. Everything is original. Everything is original. The way you're seeing me doing my things, everything is just original. And sharing this with you means I also want to encourage you outside there. Sometimes you can be in these scenarios where you're stuck and you're alone. Are you going to waste resources in the restaurant, or possibly are you going to starve because you cannot cook anything? I think this gives us a better idea, so that we can sometimes help our wives, or possibly help ourselves in case things are hard. So with the boiling water that you saw right now, I've put it in the saucepan, and I am now adding flour, trying to let it also boil a little bit, so that preparing it will not be a problem, so that it can be good. So it is time for mingling, and that is my style. That is my style, and that is how I'm doing it. So in case you have not yet subscribed, please, I encourage you to support, give some comments, try to share. Please subscribe. It will give me that encouragement. Also, your comments will give me to make better videos for you, and then also improve on whatever that possibly you have seen I didn't do right. So today I am venturing in making some of these traditional foods, and you've seen how it has come out. But as I told you, I cannot enjoy that alone, so I have to make ugali. I have to make the posho, so that I can have it along the sauce. But you can as well make any. Yes, we have konkal, others have konkabi, others maybe can go with the potatoes, depending on what you feel you want to eat it with. But for me, this is what I prefer it with. So I felt you should also see how I do it, and this is how I did it. So please just watch, and then you see how I finish it up, and hopefully that you're learning something. As I told you, all of us have different ways of doing this, but this is my style, and you've seen how I made the otigudi. As I told you, I desisted myself from putting a lot of spices. The reason is spices with the people who have like ulcers and different illnesses, sometimes you may not need all those spices because they will cause you trouble. So what you have seen is the best that I did, and hopefully it helped. So my posho is almost ready. And yeah, I'm going now to put it aside. Yes, that is it. I'll use this saucer to clean up the mingling stick. So that again washing it is also not troublesome, so that it is much easier and okay. So that also it looks good. Yes, it doesn't have to look in a funny way. So I'll use my saucer to prepare it within the saucepan, so that when I'm putting it on the plate, I don't have again to struggle removing it. I know some of you sometimes you may not do it this way, and you'd want just to serve it from the saucepan direct to the plate. But for me, this is how I felt it should be done. And after arranging it, I will ensure that yes, I flip it the way you're seeing, and then put it on the right plate. After putting it on the right plate, then I put it on the tray. My posho is ready. Yes, my posho is ready. Now, I started doing this video a little late, and as you can see, time has gone. I started it late in the evening, and time has gone, and it's already late. I'm trying to warm my sauce so that it can be a little hot. As you can see on the right plate, you can see that dish, and I made it with the right size. Not again too much, not again too little, and that is it. My sauce is ready for serving. The sauce is ready for serving, and the cooking is done. So what is remaining? What is remaining is eating. But as I'm eating, I cannot leave the fire just to burn out. No, I have to put some water back onto the fire. That water can be used on anything. You can put it in the flask if you will, so that in case you need tea either late in the night or very early in the morning, you can just go into the flask and then you make some tea. Or possibly you can use the water for bathing, just in case you have not yet showered and so on and so forth, and you organize. You can see how my boy is ready. He has been really patient. You can imagine I've spent more than 30 minutes 30 minutes trying to prepare something, and he's actually there patiently waiting. So it is time to serve, and the food is ready, as you can see. I want to appreciate everyone who has been watching this from the very beginning up to now. Thanks for the love. It's really not easy to get someone who can watch the whole video from the beginning up to now that we are almost done with it. I also encourage you that in case you have not yet subscribed, please help me and then you subscribe. Help me and share. Please leave a comment. Give us a thumbs up so that we are encouraged to do more. Okay? Today I am making this otigudi, but next time I will be making another video on another thing. So I just want you to keep around, keep watching these videos. Hopefully that they're educating you and then showing you certain things probably that you didn't know. Okay? So I want to appreciate you so much. Yes, what else? It is time for eating, and yeah, let us go ahead and then serve the food. Please come and join us. I am ready, my boy is ready, and you can see the appetite. you can see the appetite. The boy is just overjoyed. He's even actually sacrificing to pray. He's even dedicating himself to pray. He's just overjoyed and happy, full of smiles, just waiting for the plate to arrive on his side so that he can eat. Yeah, that is our food, and that is the sauce you watched me preparing. You can see how it is. I hope that you like it, and in case maybe I invited you to join me to eat. So that is, you can see I have served my boy, and it is now my side. And actually was already rushing to pray, but I had to stop him because I wanted us to pray together, then start eating at a go. So that is how otigudi looks like. That is how otigudi looks like with served with posho. Amen. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching from the beginning up to now. Otherwise, I would love it. I would be happy if we meet again in another video. Please subscribe, like, and give some comments. For now, I just have to say bye-bye.